I always tell this story when I teach realtors. I always say,
so the big question is, what are top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? To get the answers, we interview top real estate agents to learn their secrets to success. Listen, we believe every agent should make a minimum of $100,000 per year, and we're on a mission to make this happen. We've already helped over 100 agents achieve this with our coaching. So if you want to fast track your business growth, get to your first $100,000 in GCI or add another $100,000 in GCI using social strategies, then head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com, or you can just click the link in the description below. Also, just make sure to follow us, hit that subscribe button, and if you get any value from this at all, please tell a friend and leave us a review. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
One of the things that you mentioned about with being knowledgeable and protecting your clients, which rolls us, I think, quite nicely into your second one, which is to do with caring for your clients. And that is both pre-purchase and post-purchase,
right.
Which is one, I think a lot of people try and do their best pre-purchase. I think, some people it's convenience, which we know there's those realtors out there for sure. Hopefully no one listening to this show is one of them. Or if they are, they're about to change their ways by listening to the show. But post-purchase is something that a lot of people forget about. Let's be honest, it's something that really isn't given enough credit. And considering one deal, if you have a business as long-standing as yours, 30 years, that one person's probably going to buy or sell with you at least 5 times. If they have a great experience, keep coming back to you, and all the referrals that can come from that, like that's your whole business, right?
Right.
So break down to us your second secret, which is caring for your clients and staying connected to them.
Social media really helped usher this in better for me because, I can kind of keep an eye and govern over so much on social media. But when the pandemic hit, we started sending out a postcard every month to the entire database. We still send it out. And I put an encouraging quote on there just to encourage people to hang in there. And better days are coming. And in that card, we list something about real estate. We'll say, 20 families served this month or 10 families served this month or whatever. But we always give them something to hang on to life about. And, I kind of watch social media. I had the other day, I saw a client that her daughter broke her arm, and I sold them their house probably 12 years ago. And I told my assistant, I said, let's get some flowers and a teddy bear sent to that little girl. And because I want her to know we love her. And so, we do a lot of that. I have lunch 2 to 3 times a week with past clients. I make sure every week that I'm engaging with them, asking them about their family. See, there's a lot of things I can do to help after the transaction. When I went on I went 8 years without a vacation. And with my last assistant, my coach made me take a vacation. And I got on a cruise ship without a cell phone, and I was shaking all over. And I don't drink, by the way, but I started drinking. And so I handed my cell phone to my assistant when I left. Well, when I came back 8 days later, she met me and she was holding the phone with 2 fingers. And she said, don't ever do that again. She said, do you know every past client you have text you all day long about everything they need? And I said, yes, that's what I want. I provide every plumber, roofer, electrician. I have people call and say, I think my house has structural problems. I go out and I look and I say, here's an engineer, or I don't think you need one. But, I do all of that all day long, every day for them. And I tell them when I leave them at closing, don't lose that number. You're going to need me. And I don't want you to use people that are going to take advantage of you. I want to carry on what I do for you. And we put things up and mail things out about, I always say, if you've got a company that advertises, a heat and air company that advertises a bunch on TV, has a bunch of company cars and uniforms, when they come out, they're going to charge you more because you're paying for that advertising. And so I'm real big on, use local small companies. And so I've developed a relationship over 30 years with a bunch of great people that know they can't take advantage of my clients. I come for them. And so yeah, that's some of the stuff we do is we just stay in with them. When a storm comes through and it's hail, we have a lot of hail in Oklahoma. I immediately find out the area that the storm came through, and I send a guy that's an adjuster and a roofer. He does both. And I tell him my guy's going to come by today and he's going to let you know what to do, and we'll take care of you from there. And so we take care of them after closing.
I think one of the things that's insane, which is like the level of detail you just went through with your post care. It makes complete sense. And to everyone listening, where one of your first comments at the beginning of our show was, I give away more business than most people get.
Right.
And you still did 80 deals last year, which were on, I imagine, 100% your own terms.
Yes.
Like you're like, so I've got 80 deals I do, so, not quite 10 a month, but like 8 a month, give or take, 7, 8 a month, 100% in your own terms. You give away a ton of business. And I think that is the secret. I think topic 2 is that's why you now get to do whatever basically the fuck you want with these, right. Because you've just built the most insanely deep relationships with these people that everyone, brothers, sisters, mothers, friends, families, contractors, everybody who knows you is going to come to you because you have fed the relationship equity account. You have just constantly for decades just been like, yeah, I'll help you. That's fine. Keep my number. Call me. I'll help you. And then it's like, oh, where's all this business coming from? It's like 10 years of doing the right thing. 15 years of doing the right thing.
Just do the right thing. Just do I think all the time, do what you would want them to do if it were you. And, I always, when I teach, I always tell the story when I teach realtors. I always say, if a single mom goes into a car lot, she's got 3 little kids and on a limited income, and the car dealer sells her a crap car and it breaks down on her a week later and she can't afford the repairs, is she going to tell anybody about that guy? She's not. But if she would go in and the car dealer would say, look, you're a single mom and you don't have much money, that car's probably not going to be great for you because it's going to harm you. And let's go over here and let's try something a little bit better. Would she tell people that happened? She would. We only want people to be honest and to work for us.
Lisa, let me ask you this. Are you ever worried that one of your partners is going to slip up and it's going to reflect badly on you because you are going above and beyond that transaction? You are offering other services that technically open you up open you up to liability, right?
Yeah, I will tell you it's never happened. We've never had one do that. I'm real picky and I'm a builder's wife. And so there isn't much I don't know about all of such things. And so we've never had that. We do send out a list every year of our, of people that we recommend in the community that are community-based people. I've never had any of them make a mistake. And that is a possibility that you could. I would say that you're really going to have to know what a real plumber looks like and what a real heat and air man looks like. Because, and again, I'm a builder's wife. We build, take care of rent houses and all kinds of stuff. And you've got to find those people that talk like me and think like me. And so far, it's never let me down. It's always been the other people that they call that come in. I had one a few years ago where this little family, they had 6 kids and she didn't work and he was a professor. And they called and said that there was a leak coming out of the back of their shower, and they called the home warranty company and she started bawling on the phone. She said, they said it's going to cost $5,000. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. $5,000? No. I said, quit crying. Stop it. Send them out of your house. Tell them to go away. They're not being honest. And I called my plumber and I said, I'm going to meet you over there. When can you meet me? I'll pay for your service fee. And literally $100 later, I had it fixed. And
God, that is shocking.
And I've got so many of those stories. I hate home warranty companies, because the people they send out can't get their business on their own. And they're always looking for something to find outside the scope of the warranty. So they lie about stuff like that. And so, it may bite me someday, and I shouldn't brag about this at this point, but I will tell you, I've never been sued, and I've never even been close to being sued, and I've never had anything like that come back to get me. But I pay a lot of attention to it as well.
This comes back to your first topic, which is being knowledgeable, right?
Just knowledgeable, yeah.
Yeah, just super knowledgeable about everything.
Yeah.
So I love what you're sharing, because one of the first thing when I got into the business with Andrew and we started selling homes was stop being focused on just being an agent, right?
Right.
On just helping them with the transaction,
Right.
on just what's in front of us, right?
Right.
So one of the taglines that we have here, it's like going above and beyond the transaction. So like when we sit down with our clients, they're about to buy one of the biggest assets, or if done wrong, liabilities in their life, right? So we ask them like, hey, do you have a CPA? Do you have a financial advisor? Do you have a financial planner? Do you have somebody to help you move? Do you have a moving company? Do you have a plumber, an electrician, a roofer, or a solar guy? Whatever it is, right? It just, depending on where we are in the process, we ask those questions. And we find that a lot of them don't have anybody.
Right.
So to us, it's not an opportunity, but it would be, we feel like we do a disservice if we don't have that conversation to show them what the risks are or recommend somebody that we are personally using for them. Now, whether they decide to take us up on it, that the ball is in their court. But the last thing I want to do is assist you in buying a house and something tragic happens. You go outside, maybe you get in a car accident and you don't have a living will because nobody ever told you, hey, you should have a living will, because 87% of Americans do not have one. And in case something happens, you're not protected and you're leaving your family now high and dry with figuring it out.
Right. I love that. Right? I love that. Matter of fact, you just taught me something. See, you taught me something. I hadn't thought about it.
We can always learn from each other.
You're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hang on, Peter, quick, find our Venmo account.
So you go.
Right. Charge me for teaching the old bird. Yeah, that's awesome.
No, but it's like, and this is it comes from experience as well, right? Like I had no idea. Like I have a living will, I have a financial advisor, I have all of that stuff set up. And to me, I was thinking like, well, doesn't everybody have that?
Right.
Well, newsflash, no, they do not. 87%, which means almost 9 out of 10 of your clients does not have a living will or has an idea of even what that is. So if something happens to them, the other spouse, the kids, or whoever is left behind is going to be in for a rude awakening because the parents didn't take care of their stuff.
I love that. Right? I love that.
And because I'm a new dad, those are the things that I think of. So like I just had a really good friend of mine move down here, 4 kids, wife, mother-in-law. And I start talking to him and I'm like, dude, you make a hell of a lot of money every year. What happens if something happens to you? He goes, I don't know, man. I'll just deal with it. I'm like, oh, hell no, you won't. You're going to talk to my financial advisor. We're going to talk about the stuff we don't want to talk about, which is like the long-term disability insurance or whatever those things are, right? Like I just let my advisor deal with it. But the point is, if we didn't have that conversation, he would have had no idea. I'm not even well-versed enough to have that conversation, but I have amazing people around me. So if I just extend my hand, we don't know what we don't know. And it's our fault because we don't know it.
That's right.
But if somebody knows about something and they're willing to lend us a hand, why not? Just like you jumping on this podcast with us, like talking about your process and everybody that's listening, right? Like who would have thought, like, let me just focus on little neighborhoods. And as I learn them, let's keep moving out.
Right.
Or go where the clients are and focus there. Maybe it's not where you want to be, but you have to earn your stripes somewhere. You have to get the experience somewhere.
Yeah, I have boots on the ground.
Yeah, and if the prices are astronomical, that's one thing that I've learned. It's like never take the first guy that comes your way, whether it's a plumber, electrician, or any tradesman, because if they just sniff that you are not educated or well-versed, or maybe you're very audacious, right? And you flaunt everything that you have. You know, you rolled up designer all the way up and down and you live on the water, you're going to get waterfront pricing.
You are.
There's no way around it.
That's right. That's how it works. That's how they do it.
Peter's still upset because he went to the mechanic and they gave him premium air for $5,000. And he was like, it's premium though, dude.
I know, I love cars, but I don't know enough from the mechanics. This is why I always go by referral.
Got some of that premium air there. Oh, and by the way, you might not have known this. We've already helped over 100 agents cross over $100,000 and up in GCI per year with our predictable and scalable systems. So if you're interested in learning more about our courses and coaching to help you scale your business to 6 figures and beyond, head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com.